For women, logic is more a tool that they use to achieve emotional goals. If you tell a woman you're not being logical and here's an argument why, then some women will call you a jerk, or call you a bigot, or say that that's offensive, or launch a personal attack, or try to get you censored, or ask if you realize how bad you're making her feel, or just ignore your argument without ever actually giving a reason for why she in fact is being logical. Whereas if you tell a man you're not being logical and here's an argument why, then he'll almost certainly respond with a reason why he is being logical, at least in his own head. If he can't give a logical reason, he'll probably tell you that you may be right, or that he'll have to think about it, or have to do more research. Most likely he won't just say you're a jerk or you're a bigot or that's offensive and treat that as an adequate rebuttal and fail to actually give a logical reason. That's because men tend to care more about being logical for its own sake. Logic isn't just a tool to them, to use when it's convenient and to ignore otherwise. Now sure, as women go about achieving their emotional goals, they would prefer to have logic on their side as well. But if a woman pursues an emotional goal and she doesn't have logic on her side, well, logic is just a tool, right? So in that case, women may just throw out any anecdote or argument that she can think of, regardless of whether it's logical, regardless of whether those arguments are mutually contradictory. Just use all of the tools and see if one happens to work. Women may just outright redefine words to make themselves right. For example, discrimination against men and female supremacism has been rebranded as equality. Remember the old joke, if an organization is 50% women then it's 50% diverse, and if an organization is 100% women then it's 100% diverse. Women don't say that a university's psychology department isn't diverse because it has too many women. Women don't tend to agree that in order to promote diversity and equality, there need to be more female garbage collectors. Women may switch definitions as it benefits them. For example, if you define patriarchy as most leaders are male, then yes, the 2025 West is a patriarchy, but that's not automatically a bad thing. If anything, male politicians tend to be too biased in favor of women. Whereas if you define patriarchy as most leaders are male and they conspire to oppress women, then yes, patriarchy is really bad, but then the 2025 West isn't a patriarchy. Observe how breast cancer research has much more funding than prostate cancer research. Observe how there are female-only scholarships while already more women attend university. Logically, women would pick one of those definitions, and then either patriarchy isn't automatically a bad thing, or the 2025 West isn't a patriarchy. But in practice, women use the first definition to argue that the 2025 West is a patriarchy, and then use the second contradictory definition to prove that patriarchy means oppression of women. If women have an emotional goal but don't have logic on their side, then women may just invent claims that suit their narrative. For example, if negative behavior of women is discussed, women often just invent the claim that only a tiny group of women does that. Whereas if negative behavior of men is discussed, women just invent the claim that a huge group of men do that, or women excessively rely on one old and highly flawed study. This invention of claims might look like women saying they know one person who is a certain way, or women saying that their personal experience is that men tend to be a certain way, or women saying well men do this, and women then acting as if that's proof that a large amount of men are bad or that nearly all women are good. Whereas if men used that style of argument, women would never accept that, and fair enough because statistically this is a worthless argument. Or women may just invent the claim that the vast majority of feminists are after true gender equality for everyone, and there are only a small handful of feminists who want unfair advantages for women. However, the claim of most feminists are after true gender equality is contradicted by many examples of feminists pushing for blatantly anti-male changes that benefit women. Often successfully so.